Hi, this is On Imagination with the Healing Garden. So I have been tearing apart marketing this morning, and I want to talk about advertising. Now, I have been through a stupid number of interviews, questionnaires, surveys, courses, classes, and it's been very difficult. And I noticed a common denominator. So I'm going to break down the common denominators for you. You have the unethical liars and the business manipulation happening. And then you've got ethical business. Ethical business uses advertising. Unethical business uses marketing. Unethical business uses marketing to take the patron on an emotional journey, which we call that psychological manipulation in psychology. And it is literally a manipulation of the chain reaction, the chain of events to get you from point A to point B to persuade you to say yes. This is persuasion. In fact, whenever you, a business owner, sign up for a course, this is being done to you. They're actually practicing this on you. And then they are teaching you how to do it to other people. Now, they'll color it and dress it up to make it look ethical, like using words like trick or sales. It's psychological manipulation, and it's absolutely a bait and switch. And it's 100% using a very specific psychology inside of your mind to provoke you to do whatever it is they want. It's control and manipulation. Now, I have asked every single one of these persons, talk to me about advertising. And I've gotten the same response. Don't bother with advertising until you have at least $10,000 to $15,000 in profits a month. That's what they told me. It doesn't work unless and until you get $10,000 to $15,000 a month in marketing. So I'm sitting here and I'm looking. Now, I was contacted by Forbes this last week to write for them. I did not advertise to them. I did not reach out to them. I did not do anything other than just post my really awesome content. My content is so awesome that Forbes said, holy shit, we want you. And they contacted me. No marketing, no advertising required. And I thought, if I can get Forbes to contact me to write for them, then I can sure as hell get customers to buy from me without marketing. So what's going on? So I sat down and I analyzed marketing and advertising. Now I'm going to tell you something. I have spoken to two people who are the real deal. Now I know the difference between the real deal when it comes to business and a bunch of frauds. And I'm going to teach you the difference so you know when you're dealing with the real deal. The real deal give you all the information for free. Information is free. Education is free. It should be. Education is free. If you have to pay for information, it's a scam. You're being scammed. If you're in a business and you're Googling trying to figure out their secret sauce, it's a scam. If you are paying for information, it's a scam. Because there is nothing in this world that you can't Google online. No one has information that's so secret that they can't share it with you. This is manipulation. And I'll tell you why. Because there is an ethical code that exists in the deepest part of ethical human, which is for the betterment of mankind, you share knowledge. And every single scientist is on this thing. Every single one of us, for the betterment of mankind, is on this ship of you have information, it's going to help the world, you give it to the people. To not do so is to literally completely destroy the world. Imagine Euclid, who finds geometry and goes, oh no, I'm going to charge people for this. No, you give it to the world. When I found the subconscious mind's prosthetic, when I invented the prosthetic subconscious mind, when I found the philosopher's compass, when I created the AIDS, I did not sit there and go, oh, I'm going to charge people for this. You give it to them. And you give them the information to teach them how to use their subconscious mind. Information ethically must be free for the betterment of mankind. That's humanity. That's ethics. So if you have a ratty, dirty business that's hoarding information, I'm going to tell you right now, they are not telling you anything you cannot Google online. To flip this around, I'm going to show you something different. When you Google anything about the business, these scammers, you're actually going to find absolutely no information. There's not going to be anything available. 100% of their secret sauce is going to be so locked down that you probably don't even know what they're doing, which might be confusing. That's part of the scam, to confuse you. What you will find is a bunch of emotional journeys to manipulate you through their marketing process and not a single advertisement. Just a lot of talk. That's what we call sales. It's manipulation, and it is an absolutely well-documented narcissistic tactic. So I'm going to take you over here and show you how the real professionals do it. I've had the experience of two, and my God, it is a completely different experience. 100% of all of their secret sauce is free. There was no digging, nothing. It's right there. It's all out there. There's nothing free. Or I'm sorry, there's nothing you have to pay for. You didn't even have to give them your email address to get the information. It was that accessible. That is good business, because that's not where they make their money. Information is the improvement and the elevation of all of mankind. Services is where they charge. It's in the service. Now that's a different subject. So when I sat down with these two groups, both of them 100% gave me all of the information right up front. And both of them said the same thing to me. Marketing is manipulation. It's garbage. A true product, a true ethical business never needs to market. Case in point. And I noticed both of those companies, there was zero marketing. Either you market or you advertise. This is the difference. If you don't have a solid product that stands on its own feet, you're going to have to manipulate people to buy from you. And in order to do that, you have to lock up everything you have behind closed doors. You're going to have to invest into this emotional journey. You're going to have to pretend to be their friend. You're going to have to DM them and spend all of this time gaining their trust to prove to them that you're a nice guy, because you're scamming them. Real business doesn't do that. Real business gives you the advertisement and leaves you alone. They provide you with all of their information, and they let the content stand on their own feet. That's how I got Forbes to contact me without my even trying. Content stands on its own feet. If your content is nothing but a bunch of marketing to take people on an emotional journey, you're manipulating. The problem is, in most cases, you don't realize this is what you're being taught to do. So you're sitting there following all of these assholes going, God, this feels so dirty. This doesn't feel good. And you're doing it because you haven't been told any other way. And you're going through the process and it feels ick. And you're probably not getting your business off the feet, and you're paying money after money. You've dumped so much money into these people, and they keep telling you, don't worry about advertising, just market, just do this. This is how I did it. Well, of course, they're manipulators. And then when you go into these classes over and over again, you find out they're not telling you anything new. They're telling you the exact same shit that you can Google. So what makes them so special? What makes them so different? In the real thing, they're advertising. And I'm going to break down the psychology of what an advertisement does. This is an advertisement. There's no emotional journey. It's all math. They use one of two words: save or increase. That's it. You just need a headline. Your headline needs to be the reward. Just state the reward. You're looking at 5 words, approximately 5 words. It's just a headline. Here's your reward. Underneath that, you're going to want an elevator pitch, about 12 words, maybe 2 sentences. You're going to focus on the ROI. That's it. Reward. Here's your ROI. Here's your CTA. The end. That's it. That's it. I'm going to say it again. Headline the reward, save or increase. Focus on that ROI. This is what you are going to get the reward of. This is what you are going to save. And this is going to be the benefits and the reward. CTA. That's it. That is all you need. Trust is a consequence. Every time I have made a sale, it was just an advertisement. My content stands on its own feet. I didn't have to convince. I didn't have to persuade. I didn't have to win trust. These are narcissistic psychology tactics. And they're teaching them to you. And because you haven't studied psychology, you don't know this. And then these assholes who build an entire empire off of narcissistic tactics defend their business practices. Well, this is the only way it's done, because they haven't studied psychology. So when I stepped forward in my studies and my research to say, I'm going to find an ethical way because I've studied psychology and I know what this stuff is. 100% of unethical business practices are literally borrowed from criminal activity and law, right down to the language. It is 100% criminal concept. The very first rule of a criminal mind, dehumanize the victim. That's why they call them clients. That's why they call them leads, because they have dehumanized them. And as a result, everything in dirty sales is the dehumanization of their patrons, which is why I call my people patrons, because the beautiful word that is patron comes from patronage. Absolutely an entirely different energy, because it humanizes them. It has to humanize them because they're people. It absolutely takes the focus from making that sale over to, let's get you a solution, which is why I say things like ethical solutions. It's a completely different mindset. So when you get into the world of advertising, all you are doing is throwing out there, this is the reward, and this is the ROI, and here's the CTA. Simple, because it's clean, because it's decent, and because it's ethical. I'm going to say again, of the two businesses I spoke to, they both said to me the same thing. True ethical business with a solid product never needs to market. Never. If you are marketing, it's because you have a garbage product that cannot stand on its own feet. A product sells itself. Bottom line. Now, if you are offering a service, then you are the product, and you've got to increase that quality. You've got to increase your own value through your expertise, not your authority. That's a narcissistic garbage word, expertise. You have to show your expertise by putting yourself out there and showing your expertise. We call this the man behind the curtain. Here's another way to tell if you're with a scammer or not. With the real businesses, the professional ones who are ethical, they'll show you the man behind the curtain. By the way, they're in business 20 plus years. The unethical businesses sink after 5 or before 5, every time. This is why so many businesses sink, is because they don't show the man behind the curtain. They have found a scam, and as soon as people realize, oh, they're scamming, everyone catches on, and they have to change their tactics or they go under. And those are your options. Those are absolutely your options. When you build an ethical business off of honest, sound business models that are built off of ethical tactics, you stay in business for 20 plus years. You build off of unethical, dirty, cheap tricks, and it's going to collapse before 5. That's math. Don't go near marketing. Focus on the advertising. Thank you so much. May the kindest of words always find you.